Monster Lab! I hope you've all been farming some great runes. Have you been farming Calarune in the Dimensional Hole? You can get ancient Swift runes from the Ruin of Silent Death, so it's one of the more popular spots to farm. You have to bring monsters of each type to enter, so it took me a lot of studying and upgrading, but I think I finally found the answer. Today, I would like to introduce a monster that will be a huge help to you in Calarune. They can also be used in Necro. Ta-da! 2A Shaman. Shaman will come in handy thanks to the passive skill Guardian Angel. The skill decreases damage from dark monsters by 50% and increases the damage Shaman deals to dark attribute monsters by 100%. Shaman is a defense type, but he can be a great damage dealer for your team and provide some heals. Fantastic! Now, let's check out 2A Shaman in finer detail, starting with his first skill. Shaman attacks the enemy and heals all allies by 30% of the damage dealt. The skill can both deal damage and heal allies? Amazing! But let me show you why it's so good. In the Ruin of Silent Death, the boss uses the Aura of Death, which requires monsters who can recover HP or remove harmful effects. As the stacks go up, the damage your monsters receive will increase, and the damage your monsters deal decreases. Also, healing efficiency decreases, so it's important to constantly be healing. In short, you need to both inflict damage and recover HP. And it's great that Shaman has all that on his first skill since it doesn't have a cooldown. His second skill, Special Assault, deals damage that scales with the enemy's HP, but drains 10% of Shaman's health. Though you don't really have to worry about that since he recovers HP with that first skill we just talked about. The skill was practically made to be used on bosses since the damage is proportionate to the enemy's max HP, just like Spectra. You do remember Spectra, right? And now let's talk about Shaman's passive. Guardian Angel increases his resistance by 20%, giving some extra aid against debuffs. But that's not all! With the second awakening, the passive skill that started out as just receiving 50% less damage from dark monsters gets an added clause that says Shaman will deal 100% additional damage to dark monsters. Here's a comparison. With Shaman as your primary damage dealer, you'll be able to make quick work of the Lich and Necro, even with that tricky healing he's got. The 5th level of the 2A dungeon in Calarune is dark, so Shaman can be useful to clear the waves for 2A EXP. Lastly, he's got a leader skill that increases the attack power of light ally monsters by 30%. Now let's talk about the runes and artifacts that pair well with Shaman. I recommend giving Shaman Rage runes to increase crit damage. 1 or 2 critical hits will be super effective against boss monsters. And on that note, try equipping Blade runes for higher crit rate. For artifacts, try using the substat that increases the damage dealt on dark monsters. This property will boost up his already awesome passive. In addition, the Skill 1 Recovery Up property will also be useful for bigger heals. And Skill 2 Crit Damage Up property will further increase the damage Shaman deals. So what do you think? Want to build a 2A Shaman of your own? If so, go ahead and enter the Karzun remains now. See you next time, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Monster Lab, we research monsters for you.